Hi, I'm Dr. Alfonse Anderson, Professor of Voice here at UNLV. I'm here right now, it's been about 26 years almost now. Started back in 1997 here at UNLV. And one of the great things I'm having the opportunity to do is to talk about Cara Lazerwith. And I feel so grateful that we here at UNLV can dedicate this performance to Cara. She was just amazing. And how I knew Cara is at the time, when I first was hired at UNLV, I was the Opera Theater director, and it was sort of daunting because I kind of come from a smaller program here after at least 25 years of singing professionally to run this program. And the chair said, "Okay, let's get this going, Al. It's yours. Take it. Do what you want with it. I'll help you whatever you want to do." So I said, "Okay." So one of the first things I was planning for the season was, besides opera scenes and opera workshop, we had planned to do Così fan tutte. And Cara had a spectacular voice, and she had been recruited here by our former chair, Paul Kreider. And I had the pleasure of teaching her because Paul was really busy as chair, and he said, "Al, I want you to kind of take a lot of my studio here and take them over so I can help run the department." So I was very excited about that. Didn't know a lot of these guys, but I had a chance to work with Cara, and she had a spectacular singing voice. She had a tremendous talent, and we worked shortly. I mean, Paul had already set her up very well, and I just helped to help her grow some more during the times we worked together. But she was always such a willing person, and she helped me so much. Her and Liz Perryman, Steve Wallace, it was a nice group of them. They were all here together, and they all helped me a lot, sort of acclimate to Las Vegas, because I had never been in Las Vegas. I'm from the South, Texas, and I'd been living in New York and others in Arizona and maybe 5 or 6 other states, and also in Europe. So I had such a vast experience, but never really in this West, living in a desert. So they really helped me acclimate, and they were very wonderful to me because during those times I had no friends, no family. I wasn't married at the time. I was seeing someone, but just hadn't gotten married yet. So I was here by myself, and those guys really helped me. I remember Cara and Liz would always come and knock on my door and say, "Doc, what are you doing? Are you going to have dinner? You're going to eat? It's 7 o'clock, you're still here. You know, we know you stay here all the time because you don't seem to have a life." And they were always very nice to me, and always try to make sure that I was okay and that I wasn't too overstressed and overworked, because they knew that I was running the opera program and also had a vocal studio, a pretty large vocal studio. So I was teaching quite an overload. So I was always busy, but I enjoyed it, and it was a lot of fun. And Cara was just one of the brightest spirits. I mean, such a wonderful, loving person. And I can remember, we drove up to the Metropolitan Opera auditions, and I had encouraged her to do them. She was quite frightened about doing those. And I said, "Yeah, I think you can do it. I think your voice is spectacular enough, and I think you should go." So we were driving up, and I'll never forget her sitting in the back of the car, just so profoundly nervous about going to sing for the Metropolitan Opera. And I said, "Well, it's just the district auditions, and I don't know the people that well, but I know that you guys have great voices." And so I'd just put them in the car, and we were driving up to Riverside. And they had a really wonderful district audition there. So we drove up, and it was quite an amazing experience. And I remember when Cara finished singing, she said, "You know, it wasn't so bad." It wasn't so bad. So I was very, very happy that I gave her that experience, and that she realized how wonderful her talent was. She got an honorable mention at that time, and which was wonderful because she had never done those auditions before. And So I was very happy for her, and as I am all the time when students get the opportunity to sing and to express their talents and then get some recognition for it. Either way, whether they win or don't win, they get some information and feedback. So that was a pleasure. And Cara was just a bright light all the time. She was such a loving, youthful human being. I just kept trying to help her realize her gift, realize her talent, realize what she was capable of. And I have had a good feeling that by the time she left, she was really seemed to be so much more, I'd say much more secure in herself and much more secure in her talent. And I did know that when she left, she kept in touch with me to let me know that she had, at the synagogue, she had started cantering and all this. And I was so profoundly excited about all the opportunities that she had embraced. And I found out she got married, and then she was having children, and I was like, oh my God, Cara, she's on a path of wonderful path and journey for herself. And I missed her. I mean, she was a great light here, and those guys really helped me to acclimate here at UNLV and helped me as a professor to realize my gifts in a different way. I'm so happy that when she left here, she kept singing, and she kept using her fabulous talent, because it was a world-class instrument. And I know that had she chosen to be this opera singer, she could have been that as full-time, and because it's just such a gifted voice.